Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort in Marina on Lake Taneycomo. We're going to do one cast today. I'm out here with Jackson. Come on. Come say hi. Going to try something I did, I think, a couple of weeks ago. But what I'm going to do is set my timer, which I did not get my timer out. And I'm going to fish 10 minutes here, 10 minutes another spot, and 10 minutes a third spot. And find my alarm clock, timer. See, I was not prepared, but that's okay. I just had this idea when I came up here, so I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes. I've got my trolling motor on spot lock, and I'm about 2 boat lengths off the bank, on the inside bank. They're running 2 units of water today, and I'm going to try dropping a couple of minnows back behind the boat. I'm just above the River Point Estates boat ramp, and I like this area because I've done real well with the grandkids fishing night crawlers in this spot. It's not super deep, but there's enough current here. It should keep my minnows just right off the bottom where I want them. I may or may not catch fish here, I don't know. I want to try 2 other spots just to say I did it. I was going to take my jacket off once I got up here, but it's cold. Oh, dropped my minnow. Now I've got 4-pound line. I'm using Trilene XL green mono. That's a number 6, actually short shank hook with about a number 4 split shot, about 2 foot above the hook. I've hooked the minnow in the lips so that when I throw it out here and he's sitting down there, he's swimming naturally. Yeah, I'll let you guys watch that rod, and then we'll rig my second rod. Basically the same exact thing, except this one is a little bit smaller hook. Got a number 8 hook on this one. No reason why, just because I have a number 8 hook on. I don't think the hook size makes a lot of difference, but 8 or 10 should work fine, or 6 or 8. I might be getting a bite on this rod here. They usually hit it pretty hard. I think it's just the minnow though. I'm letting it go about 50 feet or so behind the boat. I don't want it sitting on the bottom. I want it kind of elevated. The currents should keep it off the bottom just a little bit. If I throw out too far, it'll sit on the bottom. I don't have the best boat to do this, but that's okay. Yeah, that one was sitting on the bottom, so I'm going to bring it in just a little bit. It's okay to sit on the bottom, I guess, but I'd rather have it kind of sitting off the bottom where it's so fish can see it. If I feel like the weight's too heavy, I've got a box here with some weights in it. I'll change them out. Sometimes you do have to play around with a weight if it's too big or too small. They've been running this flow since Saturday. I don't even know what day it was, but right after the rain they started running this 2 units. I noticed where Table Rock was just about ready to crest. It's almost a foot over power pool, so it came up 3 feet in total. And Beaver's still running some water in the Table Rock too, so, and it's about a foot above power pool also. Okay, I'm going to change the weights on this one. It's supposed to get up to 50s today, and I don't think it got there. It's still pretty cold. And there's Steve Dickey. Oh, that's not good. Oh, what was that? Is that a bite? Probably just Steve's. Yeah, just Steve's boat. Throwing a big wake at me. Like I said, I don't have the best setup for this. Because I don't. The only time I do this is with the grandkids. Fishing night crawlers or minnows. I think that one's off the bottom. I mean, it feels good. You can do night crawlers doing this. But as I explained before, you don't want to be anchoring in real fast current. Like I would not be over on the channel side in this, because the current's a lot faster over there. I know, I'm not watching my run. And if you're anchoring, you just got to make sure you have a knife handy in case you get in any kind of trouble. So if you anchor wrong, or you anchor in fast current, the current can pull your boat under so quick. I'm gonna reposition this a little bit differently. And it's something else you can do. I'll do it here real quick. Instead of throwing straight behind the boat, throw off to the side a little bit. And then that will kind of swing behind the boat eventually, and you might get a bite someplace over there. Oh, I don't have a minnow. Jackson, you weren't watching my rod, were you? I don't think I threw that off. What do you think? I probably don't have much time left. Yeah, 35 seconds. Better hurry. The other day when I tried this, I think I caught 2 or 3, but they weren't in this spot. I just wanted to try some different spots. We have a tournament coming up this Saturday. And I'm sure that a lot of them are going to be watching one cast to see what I'm doing or see what we're doing. This is a good way to catch fish. It's a good way to catch some good fish. Okay. Stop. Thank you. Alright. 10 minutes is up. I'm going to go try another spot. We'll go down. Down lake. Okay, I'm at spot number 2. Starting the timer, 10 minutes. Save my minnows. Now this water is a little faster. I might have to put a little more weight on. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and do it on this one. Just going to add a second split shot. Now this spot, the water might be running a little bit too fast to fish these minnows, but I have caught fish here before with the grandkids. I'm right straight across from, I'm a little bit down from Short Creek. And back here there's a little bit of a corner. What I might try to do though is try moving over toward the bank a little bit. Get a little closer to the bank. Yeah, a little bit. Might cheat over a little bit too. Now I fished one of my spots when I did this earlier. I fished a little bit downstream, but they were only running 1 unit at that time. This is quite a bit faster. Trying to get the boat to go over toward the bank just a little bit more. Oh, I'm on the bottom. That's good. I thought I was riding way too high. That's good. I was on the bottom there. It's a good spot for brown trout too. I'm not sure why. I know there's a lot of structure over in this corner, and I know there's some trees in the water right in here. But the guys, when they throw jerk baits, this is always a really good spot through here to catch brown trout. And I set it for 10 minutes because I wanted to fish 3 spots, 30 minutes, but usually about 10 minutes. If you're not catching anything or hadn't got any bites in 10 minutes, you can move. I mean, that's not too little of time to, because if the fish are here, I'm pretty confident that they'd take this minnow if they saw it within 10 minutes, and if you didn't, you need to move. And it might be as simple as moving down 30 yards and setting your anchor and fishing that section, or well, I wouldn't go up from here, but I'd go down a little ways and fish this again, which I might do here in a second. That wind has picked up here in the last 20 or 30 minutes. If you're fishing 2 rods like this, you can throw one out short, one out long. That way you're kind of covering more water. I'm going to throw it way down there in that pocket. When I fish these minnows like this, I generally let the fish take it just a little bit. When he starts to chew on it, or when he starts to take it, I'll give him a rod tip, and then I don't set the hook real hard. It usually just kind of a long set. They're real good about stealing bait. I tend to miss quite a few fish doing this. I picked up a stick. Come on, get off there. Supposed to have some nice weather today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and then it's supposed to get a little rain, a little cold front, back down in the 40s. It's supposed to be a nice weekend this weekend, though. A little cloudy, but still in the 40s. I'm really surprised I ain't got any bites that place or this place. But I'm gonna try one more place. I'll run out of daylight, but I don't think so. Looks like the sun's already gone down. I'm gonna beat the 10-minute timer. It'll probably go off by the time I get ready to go, but I think I would have got a bite by now if I was going to get one. You can get out and drift these minnows too. I'm tempted. I really am tempted just to kick loose and drift, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stay with what I planned. So yeah, 25 seconds left, so we are going to head down and hit the last spot. All right, I'm to my third and final spot. Start the timer. As you can see, I'm just above the resort, and I'm about 2 boat lengths away from the bank. Current's not as fast here at all because I'm on the inside bend. I might have to take the weight off that one. This has got just the one split on it. That's about right. The one thing I'm a little bit leery of is we still have a lot of pondweed along the bank, and I don't want to drop the minnow on top of the pondweed because it'll go into the pondweed. So, and I think I've got too much weight on here. I added that split shot in that faster water, and I'm going to take it off. Jackson, you leave me right alone. Don't touch the chair. It's chilly. Make sure my microphone was still there. I hope I get a bite at least out here. I guess the sun hadn't set yet because it's still on the trees. It's hard here in the Ozarks to figure out the sun sometimes. Got a lot of hills and bluffs around here. Oh, I'm getting a bite, I'm getting a bite, I'm getting a bite. I'll settle just for a bite. Feels heavy. Something definitely pulled at it. But he did not pull very hard. Minnow's still good. Water is so dark I can't tell if there's pondweed down there or not. It's very unusual for this pondweed to still be here this late in the winter time. Usually it's died out and gone. But it does hold minnows, kingfisher. It does hold forage fish and minnows and stuff like that, so fish do, the trout do hang around that stuff just for that reason. I am going to move the boat out just a little bit further. A little bit further off the bank. Lost it. There we go. It wouldn't go on spot lock for a minute there. So I've decided that if I don't get a bite here when the 10 minutes is up, we're just going to kick loose and we're going to drift down to the dock with these minnows. And I'd like to catch one fish. But that's kind of what we do. I mean, with 2 units running, it's something that I wanted to try to see if, you know, if I could tell people when they get here at the resort, hey, you know, I did pretty good doing this or this or this. So you got to try things, and that's what one cast is, just going out and fishing. And sometimes you go along with us when we're out experimenting, and then sometimes we go out and we do things that we have a lot of confidence in catching fish. Try to do it all. Throw out a lot further. A little faster water, a little deeper water, so takes a little more line maybe to get down towards the bottom. Just gotta keep playing with it. I don't think what you don't want to do is come out here and just throw a line out and let it sit for 30 or 40 minutes and then decide, no, they're not going to bite and go home. You got to keep changing things up, changing spots. Throw it out a little further, pull it in a little closer. Add a little weight, take off a little weight. Go home and get night crawlers. I like using minnows because you don't get your hands dirty with the dirt when you use night crawlers. But I tend to wash my night crawlers before I take them fishing. A lot of our guides do that, and not joking. You take the container of night crawlers and dump them in the sink and throw out all the dirt and wash the night crawlers real good. You put them back in the container and all you got is worms in there. You don't have any dirt. That way you're not going to get it on your boat, get it on your hands. Well, phooey. Okay. Let's do a little drifting. Well, let's see. I have to turn the camera around. Okay. I think I'm only going to do one at a time. I'll leave that one in the water. Okay, I'm going to move this back here. Okay. It's going to be a short drift. About 300 or 400 yards. I can feel that bumping on the bottom. It's only about 10 foot deep here, 11. It might be 12. I just want that just ticking the bottom just a little bit. And a fish, when it picks it up, you can tell the difference between a fish and that tick in the bottom. Because the fish will pick it up and kind of shake it and pull. The bottom down this area is mainly gravel. There's a fish. Pick it up. Oh, I missed him. He was chewing on it pretty good. And he took my minnows, so I've got another rod here. I let him have it a little bit, trying to get the hook in his mouth. Didn't quite get there. And now I'm gonna that's what I thought. I thought I saw a little grass on there. I am just about to the dock. I got a bite, at least. You're apt to catch bigger fish doing this. You're apt to catch brown. I want to hit my buoy. I can feel it, it's just rolling on the bottom. If I was using power bait, I would not have let him take that like I did the minnow. I would have set the hook immediately. There's a fish. Oh. Maybe he didn't eat my minnow. Missed two. That's not a minnow, or that's not a bite. I picked up some. Oh, I still have my minnow. Picked up a stick. Alright, I got 100 yards. There's a fish. That's embarrassing. That was embarrassing. I didn't know whether to set the hook or not. I'm checking. I think I lost my minnow. Okay, I'm past the resort. That's irritating. No, I didn't lose my minnow. Man, I hate missing fish. I set the hook that time, and he actually broke the hook. I'm not sure. Yeah, knot came untied. Not failure. All right, that was a long one cast with no fish. Thanks for watching. Now you know how not to fish for trout with minnows, maybe. See you tomorrow.